Hello, welcome to Design Time. I'm Jackie Lacey. We wanted to spend a little time today talking about depth. Depth within a design can not only give the design a little more texture, it makes it look a little bit larger, it can give the appearance of having more product that's in it. It also really helps to update the look. Now what we're doing, and I don't want to say any of this is wrong, first make sure that everyone knows what I'm trying to do is to enhance what you already know how to do. So it's not that it's incorrect, it's just that, especially for photography, if you add some depth within a design, it really does help to pull each of the individual floral products out and gives them their own personality. It can let some air be breathed into the design and really create that illusion that there might be more product that's in there, or that the overall composition is larger than it actually is. And that's what's really important, especially, like I said, when it comes to photography. Because if we create something like this has been created specifically to look very flat, and if you look at it, it could almost have been designed between two walls. There is distinctively a flat front, which doesn't provide much of that beautiful design curve that can be created, and we can obviously see on the back side that it's incredibly flat. Now, a lot of times we're taught, very old school, that that's a way to use less product, but in today's market, what most people are looking for is more of a little bit of design style, something that I can't get from a big box, something that obviously looks like it's been designed by a designer, specifically keeping account of the elements and principles of design to create depth and texture within that particular composition. So as we start to look at this, beautiful design completed, the colors work well together. It does have both masculine and feminine sides. Obviously it was created for sympathy as denoted by the container, but could literally be taken out of this and put into another container. A blue cobalt container could go for a birthday, an office, a thank you, any possibilities. So in keeping with this design, one of the things that I want to talk about first is the way this one was probably started. Now, if you look at the design, it is inserted right in the middle portion of the foam forward. That limits our ability, because as a designer, when we design this way, this is sort of our no zone. Our mind, which is a dangerous place to go alone, our mind tells us not to get too close, to keep it pushed back. When we want to actually, as we're designing, move around that design, see what it looks like both from the front, from the side, and from the back. When this is delivered to someone, if it's going to a secretary that might be sitting behind a desk, they're going to sit it this way. Is this what you want everyone else to view when they come into the room? If it's going to the home, they might want to put it on an entrance foyer or a lobby, or something that's right at the front that can be viewed from all sides. Keep that in mind, so it might be one of the questions that you want to ask. But back to creating some depth within design, one of the easiest ways to keep track and know that you're starting with a little depth is to take those first few insertions and start to create that depth simply by moving the things a little bit more at an angle, giving everything a little bit of life from the front rather than simply from the back. And as we can see, it starts to take on a little bit more of a personality. We're looking at it now with a beautiful design curve like we talked about, making sure that the products that we're going to put in there reach all of the surface that's provided to us by the beautiful container. I also like to just update the look of some of the foliages a little bit. Just by stripping off a little bit of it, it's going to give us a really nice, natural, clean line that can be viewed from the back there. By moving some of that product down at an angle in the center, then we can see how already by just making a couple of minor changes, we've created much more depth within that design. So don't always start flat. Start with your products working for you. Sort of what I like to say is that you are creating the lines within a design, and you're going to color or design within the lines. By utilizing that product in just a little bit more of an angle than you did before. And of course, we would not want to do this from the beginning. You don't stick something in and then take it out. You want to make sure that you, from the very beginning, you put it in place and you leave it so that you're not breaking up all of those aspects of the foam so that it will work for you. And then when you're inserting some of that foliage, cleaning up some of the foliage to give yourself a little bit of line, and even reversing it, we can see now a beautiful design curve that starts here, goes all the way to the front of that container, and now looks so much larger. Not just better, but more updated and more in today's style. I hope this will allow you to build in a little bit of depth and texture into the work that you're doing today, and to start to create some of that desire to want to know more about the elements and principles of design. Be sure to look for us on our Facebook and also our website with www.floriologyinstitute.com, where you can find all of our courses, all of the webinars, the blogs that are available. And you can stay in touch with us to learn more about the elements and principles and all the aspects of design that we can share with you. Join us again next time. If you enjoyed what you just saw and like to see more, click the subscribe button.